Information, they say, is key. And by key, do well to join us every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
Price of this place is actually 10 million. We're running a promo for the next 2 weeks for 7 million.
All right, it's a beautiful morning, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome once again to Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. Of course, it's a beautiful Monday morning. It was a wonderful weekend. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and trust your mid-Monday morning is going fine. Yes. My name is David and a lot of mixed reactions, a lot to say this morning. But before I continue, I want to appreciate every one of you for being a part of us from the very first day, even till this moment. Thank you for always being there, for your likes, for your comments, for your shares, for everything. You are very much, you're doing well. Thank you very, very much. We really appreciate you. Do not forget, you can also be part of this morning's session. You can be part of the conversation. This is Table Talk, where we look into different stories making the rounds. We carefully select a few. We bring them to the fore. We talk about them and also give you the opportunity to talk about them. You can be part of the conversations this morning. Yes, you can be part of any of our stories, any stories that interests you, any story that is of your interest. You can choose any of them, talk about them via the comment section, via the WhatsApp number with the number scrolling on your screen. And yes, do well to join us this morning. Do not also forget to like, comment, and share. I'm joined this morning by the head of research and development, P1 Plus, and the person of Simeon Umar. Beautiful, beautiful Monday morning to you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, David. It's my pleasure to be here this morning once again to be part of the program that is taking place this morning. I think the last time I came here was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's a wonderful privilege for me to be here once again. And of course, I want to say a good morning to our viewers out there. Hope you had a great weekend.
Well, if you ask somebody, hope you had a great weekend, they'll tell you, no, my weekend was not great at all. No. I mean, the fact that, we all expected the Super Eagles to come return with the trophy. But then they did wonderfully well. I mean, in my own opinion.
That's
looking at it from how they started, how they struggled out of the group stage down to the quarterfinals and to the semifinals. And I mean, people didn't believe they were going to go this far. Honestly,
absolutely, that's
because
true.
It was just one goal that helped. One goal. One goal. We were able to escape the group stage and then got to the final. But then also, they did
their best.
Yes,
and even though sometimes we put all the blames on the coach for not making the right decision at the right time, but then I believe they've put up their best.
Yes,
and then of course. The person that probably emerged as the winner must have done 1 or 2 things that the other opponent has not done. So we give it to them, and we wish them a good luck, because I understand that by next year we'll be having
the
another
next edition. Yes,
in Morocco.
And,
so we'll start preparing.
We look forward to going more far.
Yes.
Also, there was another unfortunate incident over the weekend, which we're going to talk about much later. Yes, it was really, really a sad one for Nigeria, and then the match now made it more sadder. If there's a word like that. So it was a sad one. The GMD Access Bank. Yes, the GMD, the Group Managing Director, Access Bank. Was quite an unfortunate loss, quite a huge unfortunate loss. We don't. It's not a way to pass on. It's not a good way to pass on.
In fact, when I first read about the incident on Instagram, and I was shocked when I opened the page and I saw the old details. But I've come to realize that debt is a debt that we all have to pay. It now depends on how, when, and where we pay the debt. But it was a sad news. In fact, the entire social media was agog with the news, and many reactions, both online and offline. It is a great loss for Nigeria in particular, because if you know the role that this man has been playing from day one, he has a brilliant vision for his company and for the country, especially for the youth. He has many foundations, he has people that he has been helping right from day one, and there is recent, let me say, university.
Yes, Wigwe University.
Yes, Wigwe University in Rivers State. It was commissioned, or let me say, started the project that was late last year. And the project was happened to be the best university in Africa. That was a plan. But I just wish that the vision will not die.
Will not die, yes. Irrespective of the person behind the vision.
Yes, I just wish that the vision will not die. Yes, but it was a great loss for the country, actually.
Well, irrespective of what has happened, what is happening, just ensure it doesn't get the best part of you and still remain Omo Ayo, just like Timi Dakolo says in this song.
Wake up from morning, so much on my mind, worry. Hunger is strife, family they cry, person just they try survive. Feels like everything is against me, but I know fit explain. But I go still remain on more higher. Though the nights are getting longer, every time I try to stand, another one will drag me down. But I know good change or wipe this smile from my face. I could still remain on more higher.
Yes. Still remain Omo Ayo. Do not allow, just like I said, the circumstances surrounding the circumstances, the circumstances surrounding you, and do not allow it get the best part of you. Still remain, Omo Ayo. Let that joy, the joy of the Lord. At this point, the only thing that can be your strength now is the joy of the Lord, especially for the family of the deceased. And yes, so my heart goes out to the family of the Wigwe family, and especially the daughter. I really cannot imagine. Words cannot really express how we feel, but we just hope that they are able to draw strength, and they are able to get joy. Still, get joy at the end of the day. Quickly, let's segue into the various stories that we have carefully selected. Yes, Table Talk is a platform where we come around to talk about things that are really of serious concern to us as far as Nigeria, as far as being a Nigerian is concerned. As usual, we begin with 10 things you need to know as a Nigerian. 10 things you need to know this Monday morning. Number one is the Super Eagles of Nigeria on Sunday lost to the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire in the final of the 2023 African Cup of Nations. The Eagles took the lead in the 38th minute from a Trust Ekong header. The second this morning, quickly, before we segue into the major stories that we want to talk about, President Bola Tinubu on Sunday, February 11th, said his administration's agricultural plan is focused on expanding food production through aggressive mechanized farming and making Nigeria a net food exporting country. Tinubu revealed his plan, when he received a delegation from the global Tijaniya movement led by Khalifa Mohammed Maher Nias at the State House in Abuja. Number three this morning, Northern elites under the aegis of Arewa New Agenda, ANA, are set to engage the federal government with a set of proposals on how to stem insecurity and poverty, especially in the north and the country in general, according to the elders. The proposal, if considered and implemented, would pave the way for lasting prosperity for the entire country. Number four this morning, out of the 10 things I need you to know this beautiful Monday morning, security measures have been put in place in Kano State ahead of today's visit of the First Lady, Ms. Oluremi Tinubu. Sanusi Bachor, the Director General of Media and Publicity to Governor Abba Yusuf, dropped the hint on Sunday, saying the president's wife will, during her visit, inaugurate the facility of law building named after her at the Miriam Abacha University, Kano. Number five, frequent changes in board of the Niger State Development Commission, NDDC, have been responsible for the low pace of development in the oil-rich region. It was learned on Sunday. This was continued in a communique issued at the end of a two-day NDDC board and management retreat with the theme Renewed Hope, a new era for vitality, peace, and development. All right, quickly. Number six, Kano State Public Compliance and Anti-Corruption Commission, PCACC, on Sunday raided and sealed at least 5 warehouses at Danwano in Dawakin Tafa local government area of the state, stocked the essential food commodities suspected to be hoarded. However, warehouses found to be stocked with soya beans, cement wheat bran, and okra seeds were spread. Okay, let's move on quickly to number 7. Lagosians have joined the number of states where there have been protests against high cost of living in the country. In Lagos market, women and youth protested in the Bejuleki area of Lagos State on Saturday. They carried placards with the inscriptions such as Baba Tinubu, Nigerians are hungry, and Tinubu, come and rescue us, among others. Okay, number 8, quickly. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested a man taking thousands of concealed opioid pills to insurgents enclave in the Banki area of Borno State. The Narcotics Agency also arrested a 6-month pregnant lady and a mother of 3 children and 3 other women for drug trafficking in major interdictions operations carried out by the operatives. Number 9, no fewer than 4 persons have allegedly been killed, while another one was said to have escaped death as an unknown person reportedly abducted 5 men in Oki Rinja, Owede, Yewa, Ogun State. It was gathered on Sunday that the quarter of Adamu Saliu 21, Aliu Babuga 24, Daru Shilahu 32, and Mohammed Abdullahi 35 were the victims of Saturday's incident. Number 10, finally, the Nigerian Customs Service have secured the conviction of 2 smugglers, Falaru Oluwasegun and Fakorede Jalili, on February 6, 2024, after being charged to court. This is contained in the statement released by the agency on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday. I've never seen a guy. All right, quickly, let's segue to the main discussion that we have this beautiful Monday morning. Okay. Yes, we've talked about Wigwe, the man who cherished life with all his. The Punch newspaper is saying this morning. We're not going to talk much on that since it's something that we've pointed out. I'm just going to take a paragraph from this very story from the Punch. Little did he know that exactly 3 weeks after his now popular tweet, he would soon surrender to the cold hands of death in a helicopter crash that would claim his dear life and that of his wife and son. Nigeria has lost a man described as luminary in the financial service sector who defied all odds to endear himself in the heart of the beloved. The word lost about Oyi Wumbu Wigwe, the late Group Chief Executive Officer of Access Holding PLC, one of Nigeria's leading multinational financial service groups, on Friday in a helicopter crash in the United States of America. The crash also claimed the life of former chairman of Nigeria Exchange Group, Abimbola Ogunbajo. All right. Ogunbajo. All right. All right, quickly, I wanted us to talk about this first paragraph, but I don't have full details of what the popular post was about, so I wouldn't want to...
Okay, I think what the popular post just made a reference to what is written in the book of Psalm 90, verse 12.
Okay.
Yes, talking about teach us to number our days.
Okay.
That we may apply our arts unto wisdom, And the truth is, this man is somebody who have always taken time to do the right thing at the right time.
Yeah.
It doesn't give an excuse for anything he is going to do, And that post has really gone viral between Friday and now,
Yeah.
And that tells us that whatsoever we'll be doing on a daily basis, we should have it at
You
the
should
back
make
of-
every day count.
Yes, we should make every day count. I think that's the main point from what I've said.
Do not forget, you can be part of the conversation. Yes, via the WhatsApp number. Via the WhatsApp number scrolling on the screen, and also via the comment section. We'd love to hear from you and know where you are joining us live from at this very moment. Okay, let's quickly go to this from Daily Post. It says AFCON 2023, 4 reasons Nigeria's Super Eagles lost 2-1 to Ivory Coast. And that was why I selected this particular story. Since they said 4 reasons, I was so curious to know the 4 reasons why the Super Eagles lost to Ivory Coast. And I'm sure everyone out there would also want to know the 4 reasons. So Nigeria's wait for their 4th African Cup of Nations title continues after they lost 2-1 to Ivory Coast in this year's final. At the end of the first half, it appeared the Super Eagles would have lifted the trophy again after William Trust's Ekong's goal. The captain rose highest to head in a corner kick and give Nigeria the lead. Okay, but the second half goes from Francasi and Sebastian Haller saw the Elephants win in the title on home soil. So what went wrong? Number 1, Pesero got his tactics wrong.
So let me just say something about this. Sometimes it's easier to criticize, especially when you are not involved in a particular
Yes,
event.
It is easy to sit back and say.
It's easy, yes. The last game we had with South Africa, I could see series of comments when people are saying, wow, this is the best coach. He knew when to substitute. He knew the right people that should play the penalty. It was so, I was like, if this thing didn't probably work well for him, we would definitely criticize him for making those choices, or let me say for making those decisions. At some point when he removed this our superstar, what is his name again? Victor Osimhen. About 10 minutes to the end of the match when we played with South Africa, he brought in Iheanacho. And people were like, "Wow, that is a great move," because we know Iheanacho is a very good penalty shootout person. But he used the same tactic. Let me put it that way. When we met with the host country, only that it didn't work in our favor, and the people started criticizing him for making wrong tactics. Well, that's human being for you anyway.
Well, it says here after the 1-1 draw with Equatorial Guinea in the opening group fixture, he switched to a 3-4-3 tactical system that saw Nigeria go all the way to the final. However, from the semi-final against South Africa, the cracks in that setup began to show. And against the host, the Portuguese needed to switch it up again, possibly return to a back four.
Yes, I believe he trying to use the same method or tactics that he used against South Africa. But this time around, it didn't actually work for him. And that's why people...
Now, the second thing out of the 4 things that went wrong is too many poor performance. Now, it says here, from back to front, there were a few poor displays from Nigerian players. Kelvin Bassey was shaky. Zadio Sanusi returned to the starting 11, but remained unreliable. Olaina chose to have his worst game in the final. Alexi Iwobi was merely a passenger on the pitch, while Samuel Chukwueze had no business starting the game.
Well, I believe even when we play with South Africa, I will make reference to South Africa because they are really similar with what happened yesterday. Our first half, when we had our game with South Africa, was not really okay too. The performance of Super Eagles was very poor. Not on the second half when they began to show some skills. And if you look at what happened yesterday, the first half was not really okay. I could see the way Super Eagles were playing. It's not really impressive, but then we were able to secure 1 goal. And that was when energy was a bit...
It was like they relaxed.
Yes,
And it became more trouble because the other guys were like, they were fire.
Yes, and then we have this attitude. I won't say it's an attitude, but then that's what people believe, that any game that Nigeria happened to score their first goal, it will probably end up
Yes.
being at the opponent's favor.
Yes,
You know, I
yeah.
think that was what really played out yesterday from my own perspective, too.
All right. The third reason here is weight of history. The Super Eagles have never defeated a host country in an AFCON final, and from the moment Ivory Coast, sunk into the knockout stage as the last team to qualify, it felt ominous. There was a call of destiny they had to answer. It was crowded. It was crowned by Sebastian Haller getting the winner. Almost 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with cancer. On Sunday, he was helping his country make history.
Well, I would say history repeated itself yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, when they said Nigeria has never beat the host country.
Yes.
You know?
We've been to the final 8 times.
Yes.
And out of the eight, we've won 3.
3, right?
Then the 5 we came second.
Imagine. So I would just say probably.
And for Ivory Coast, the last time they won was 2015.
Yeah, that was 2015. And this is their third
Yes.
African Cup of Nations that they will have won. So Nigeria have won 3 before, I think, if I'm right. I think we've won 3 before. So we are 3-3 now. Only that yesterday game was very painful, you know. The plan was to use that winning match
to just
probably because the atmosphere was terrible, you know. Everywhere was just like we are mourning, you know, with what happened in US, you know, losing our brilliant,
prominent personality.
And of course, for the fact that we are not even finding funny in country at the moment, everything is just insecurity and everything everywhere. So we are just looking for means to cool our temper, you know. And yesterday again, another.
Now, the fourth one here is a poor officiating. For most of the tournaments, fans and pundits hailed the use of video assistance referee, urging the top European leagues to learn a thing or two, but officiating for the final was an eyesore. The referee seemed jittery and overwhelmed. Most of the 50-50 calls went the way of the hosts. Kessie, who equalized for the hosts, could have easily seen red after elbowing Sanusi.
Well, we always see all this fault as long as we are not winning the match. That's what I would just say about this one. But maybe we're the one that won the match. I believe all this comment will never. It won't materialize. You know, it won't materialize.
Even if it came up, people will say even after the poor officiating, we still won. We got past there. We don't agree for anybody.
Exactly.
All right. I came across this news this morning. The video of it. Tinubu assures Nigerians of food security, and a lot of people. Nigerians had a lot to say, especially the fact that politicians are good in promising and not fulfilling of promise. I think we want to see more of action than promise.
Yes, I think that is this popular saying that says talk is cheap. You know, anybody can say anything.
Yeah.
Even if I don't have farm in my compound, I can say by this time next week, there will be abundant food in my compound, even though I don't have anything. But the truth is, insecurity has really brought us to this level of food scarcity. You know, farmers could not go to farm to work, to do farming, and then all our major roads is kidnapping everywhere. So people could not actually go out to do farming.
Yeah.
And it's becoming worrisome. The food is expensive. Things are expensive in the market nowadays, and it is terrible. Even if government should supply or as promised, if they should bring all those things into the market, in less than 1 month, everything will disappear because we could not go to farm to produce this thing in large quantity. Insecurity has crippled our economy. That's just the truth. But I just wish and pray that what he has said, it come to pass. Yes.
You see, it says here that the president outlined plans to bolster agricultural productivity through various initiatives, including the expansion of farmlands, provision of low-interest loans to farmers, and investment in irrigation infrastructure. We are dedicated to equipping hospitals and modern equipment, providing healthcare professionals with training and ensuring social welfare to every citizen, including comprehensive health insurance coverage. Now, it is not just enough, just like I said, we have we talk a lot here.
Yeah,
Our
these are
action
good plans,
should speak.
actually.
Yes, it is, but we want to see action. We are
Yes.
tired of
Yes.
we are going to do this, we are doing this, we are going to do this, we are doing this.
We should be action oriented.
Yes, we should have more action
and
than
not,
words.
Yes.
Okay.
Talk.
Let's move on to the next story we want to talk about this morning. It says here Nigeria's challenges getting worse, says Adeboye, reading from Leadership. Some other news headlines have it that Nigeria's the solution to Nigeria problem is spiritual, and Nigerians this morning was some people were saying that it's not just only spiritual because
yes. So I don't want to sound spiritual, but I want to be very honest. That's our solution is not about praying alone. It's not about prayer alone.
Alone, yes.
Yes, we have some countries that don't really serve or believe. Sorry to use that word. Believe
not
in
as
God.
yes.
They are not
as
Nigeria
religious as we are.
Is the second largest country when it comes to religion, or let me say spiritual listing. Nigeria in the second, and at the same time on the rank of insecurity, we still came second. So that means we need to see that and begin to ask ourselves, what are our problems and how do we tackle them? And that is why I always talk about leadership. Leadership plays a prominent role when it comes to solving our national problems. Because if they are not taking a drastic measure and the policies that will affect the growth of the economy, nothing is going to happen.
Yes.
So we need more
and the
prayer.
more we continue having incompetent hands.
Yes. The more we begin
we can have the prayer, we can have everything, we can have it. But when we have people that are incompetent, when we have people that are there out of selfish interest, when we have people there doing what they are not supposed to do.
Let me just tell you the fact. If you bring an unbeliever with skills,
yes, with skills and high level of competence,
it will deliver more than what a believer would deliver.
Yes, that is incompetent.
Yes, that is incompetent because skill is going to play out.
Competence is going to
play out, and some other things. It will be able to bring in the right approach, the right system or policies that will move the country forward. So we should not create. We're not trying to play down the role of prayer, which is very important.
Yeah.
If I have an unbeliever that is doing the right thing, I can pray. I can support him or her with prayer.
Yes, exactly.
That God will give him more wisdom to pilot the affair of the country. But if I have an incompetent leader, no matter how committed I am with prayer, it won't yield any result.
Yeah, that reminds me of a video I saw of a particular pastor that said we cannot continue to pray for Nigeria and have bad leaders. It's not going to work.
That's
the people that are there that obviously don't know what they are doing.
Yes, that's just the
truth.
So
it's not just enough for us to we are not on the plane. The role of spirituality when it comes to finding solutions to some of our challenges. But you should pray and walk as well. All right, let's go back. Let's go to The Guardian this time around. This story here says, why I want to become Ondo's first female governor. Yes, the reason why I actually chose this story for us to talk about it is the fact that I don't think we've had any female governor in Nigeria.
Well, I like the fact that this current, or let me say this regular or popular adage says what a man can do, a woman can do better. Yeah. Whatsoever woman, or let me say, yes, we've not really have a female governor in Nigeria. I'm right, we've not. But the last election will have given us an opportunity to have a female governor. That is in Adamawa State. We had a female governor. We have a female candidate who contested for the post of governorship, even though it was declared initially before, they had to review the result and some other things, and then it was denied the opportunity. She will have been the first female governor in Nigeria, but at the moment, we've not gotten or we've not have any of such. And if this one is ready to pull us, to put the weight, if she wins at the end of the election, is a good one for
and the fact that she's part of the ruling party.
Yes.
Yeah. It says here that Ondo people have rejected APC, waiting for PDP, says Afenifere scribe, Abeseni, a female governorship aspirant on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC, Fumilayo Ade Kojo, at the weekend said that her intention to vie for the governorship seat of Ondo State was to change the narrative of governance in the state. Adekojo, who stated that women had for a while taken the back seats in the political landscape of the state, said that it is time for women to take their place and come the November governorship polls.
Okay, let me just say something to this. Yeah. It's not about it is time for the women to take the leadership position. It's about asking the question, do they have the right skill? Do they have the right policies? What is our vision for the state? Yes, anybody can say, okay, this other set of people have been doing it for a very long time. Let's also come and try it. What are you coming to do? What are you
coming to do differently?
Yes, differently that will change the society. I think that should be the basic thing that she should be working on, and not that, okay, I just want to be the first female governor in Nigeria.
All right, from Ondo, let's quickly go to Anambra this time around, and then we'll return back to Lagos. It says here, consumers lament high cost of food in Anambra. It's not only in Anambra. It is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
See, sir, there's this place I buy amala. The amala is very nice, to the glory of God. And, a scoop of amala is 100 naira. Now, when I went back there after a week, it was now 200 naira, the same size.
I know what you're saying. The truth is, the food, which is one of the most essential commodity for human being to live, by the time it's becoming difficult for people to even feed, there will be crisis in the land. People will start going out to protest. And that's why food insecurity is a big problem that we need to find a way to address it. By the time we are getting complaints from, let's say, Anambra State, it's getting to Ondo State, getting to Kwara State, getting to Lagos State, getting to Abuja, getting to Nasarawa. Before we know it, people will begin to go out to the streets and protest, because food is an essential commodity that body needs to keep itself alive. And if that provision is not made, there will be problem. So we need to begin to find a way to reduce this food insecurity that we're experiencing, not only in Anambra State anyway, but in Nigeria as a whole.
Consumers in Akwa and Onitsha in Anambra State are battling soaring cost of food items, leading to the high cost of food commodities such as rice, beans, garri, palm oil, tomatoes, onions, fruits, and others.
As at last week,
yes,
I learned that a bag of rice is now about 77,000 naira. 77,000 naira, a bag of rice. And beans is around 80-something thousand naira. What 2 years ago, we could even you can get good rice at 25,000, 30,000, but now the price is double.
Yeah.
So there is serious chaos. And if it is not taken...
I like that word, chaos.
Yes.
I mean, it is really a chaos. It says here that at the relief market in Onitsha, a survey showed that the price of 50 kg bag of foreign rice was sold at 72,000 naira as against 51,000 naira sold a few weeks ago, while a full bag of iron beans was sold at 110,000 as against 89,000 naira a few weeks ago. The prices of baskets of onions, pepper, tomatoes, and palm oil, as well as garri, also increased significantly, just as it was also observed that buyers and sellers quarreled and argued over the rising cost of food items.
Well, why I'm not also too surprised about this is the fact that was it last week or 2 weeks ago, a group of Northern Forum came and said they are going to stop supplying food to other part of the country, and we all believe or know that the capital of food production is in the north, and by the time they probably stop supplying food to other part of the country, it will definitely affect the people. And the major challenge that they are also facing is insecurity. People could not go to farm and come back safely. You know, the S-men, the kidnapping and some other things are happening. And the people are scared to go to farm. So that's why we are having this food inflation in the country, and it's terrible, honestly.
All right, quickly, let's come back to Lagos. It says here Lagos gives quick notice to Obalende quarters, illegal motor parks. Those of you that are, especially those illegal motor parks, that one is even more important. And those quarters that are not, where they ought to quarter. Yeah, Lagos has given your momentum. Lagos gives quick notice to Obalende quarters, illegal motor parks.
Well, I think this is a good move, you know. If you look at the menace that this has been causing in our major roads, the accident, traffic, and some other things, you know, it's actually affecting the growth in the states. And I really want to appreciate the Lagos State government for taking this bold step to reduce these challenges that.
And I just hope it's not going to be the way it has been with Okada. We ban Okada today. Before you know, Okada people will return back to the streets.
Yes, that's why.
And we'll keep banning them, and they will be unbanning themselves.
It's good to have a good policy, but implementation is another thing we need to begin to see how we can make it work. Because we are good at making different policies, but when it comes to implementation, we are not good at it. So I just pray or wish that the state government will take a drastic step to ensure that what they've said, they actually make it work.
Now, this one here says Lagos threatens to prosecute pedestrian crossing highways. So, in other words, those of you that will snub the pedestrian bridge and choose to use the highway, Lagos State now has come out to say, we will arrest you. They will arrest you. You'll be babbed.
This one is good. And it's even good for us. We don't need to even wait for government.
They will not only be arrested, they will be prosecuted.
We don't even need to wait for government to begin to come up with all these policies before we do the right thing. You know, it is even risky for you to just cross road where we have pedestrian bridge.
And sometimes these pedestrian bridges are far away from where people will want to cross.
It is far away because you are not. That's how you look at it. You are eager to get to where you are going than to do the right thing.
Now, for instance, when you drop at Lekki bus stop, you see where the bridge is. You will not have, because you want to cross, you will not walk back, cross, walk and go.
See, it's
so
easier,
if the place you are crossing is just opposite, now the pedestrian bridge is like, is down there. Now you look at the bridge, you look at where you are going to. My brother, my poor head.
You know,
so sometimes
our problem is we are always in a hurry to get to where we are going, and we are not patient to do the right thing.
Yeah, but it is good to get to where you are going to safely than hurry and not get there safely.
Absolutely. I've seen several occasions where people just cross anyhow, and before you know it, the next bus that is coming, just eat it, and you know, and it's not something that we should encourage. We should. The reason why government is putting all those pedestrian bridge in place is to reduce road accidents. Which is very important. All
right. It is 2 days to Valentine, and the National Agency for Control of AIDS has come out to tell Nigerians to be responsible, to have responsible sexual behavior. Yeah, Valentine's Day, NACA. Which is Association, National Agency for the Control of AIDS, urges Nigerians on responsible sexual behavior.
I don't want to share my experience when I was in school, when during this Valentine's celebration and all, you know, somebody came I was doing one funny stuff then, and then. I don't want to don't let me just share this story because it was very funny. Okay. Somebody came to buy drug from me during the a day before Valentine. Like a month or 2 months after, the same person came and wanted to buy drug from us. You know. So, but then the truth is, let's just do it responsibly.
Let's be responsible. I don't know why Valentine has not looked is now like a sexual thing. It has become a sexual thing. I don't know why.
It's because people don't really understand the meaning of Valentine. If you go deeper and do your research, you will notice that Valentine is not about sex. It's not really about sex. It's about showing love. And to show love, you don't need to have sex with somebody.
So
it's not really about sex. But Africa, we always turn things around. We always do things out of normal proportion, you know. But I just believe or wish and I pray that the people that we are trying to pass this message across to take the advice that this agency is trying to pass across.
So if you are out there and you are listening to us right now, Valentine's Day is a day to show love and not a day to be sexually irresponsible. I'll put it that way. So National Agency for the Control of AIDS, a word is enough for the wise. If you like, you do anyhow on Valentine's Day. If you, for those of you that will behave responsibly, you will receive credit alert. For those of you that have made up your mind and said that day is the day I'm going to... It's God that will help you. Thank you very much. It has been a wonderful time. Thank you very much, Mr. Simeon Omar, for coming.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And I would love to be here probably subsequent time.
Oh, yes.
I want to make myself available now.
That's our time. It has been a wonderful time right here on the Table Talk Show. Yes, we are Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. We'll be back again by 1 p.m. for the real estate market trend.
I'm live here in Akwa Ibom State, precisely. Akwa Ibom State is the highest oil producing state in Nigeria. And here in Akwa Ibom State, we have a whole lot of road network. From here now to 5 minutes drive, now you will see the airport. In the last 10 years, this state was not like this. But Akwa Ibom State, Uyo presently is a state, it is a city where good things are going to happen. So I advise my investors, this is the right time to invest. Don't miss this opportunity. Uyo is a mind-blowing city.
10, 15, 20 years ago is gone. Today is another day for investment. My name is Focus, the BDE, P1 Plus Real Estate Company, owners of all Cedarwood Luxury Estate here in the city of Uyo. This way to Promised Land. Follow me.
Actually, it's a very nice place. This Promised Land, they have really done a lot. Seriously, this is my first time I'm experiencing a site that is already well fenced, demarcated. Wow, this is amazing. I'm so blessed to come into this Promised Land, and I believe everybody there should come and join me and benefit from this.
With all these features and amenities mentioned, we bring you Promised Land by Cedarwood. The price of this wonderful estate is 3.5 million naira. Title, freehold. As you all can see, the fencing have been completed. The plat demarcations have been completed. My smart investors, the right time to invest in this wonderful estate is now. Thank you and God bless you.
P1 Plus, making